Welcome to TNT. You already know it's about we, and I'm back with another video. And before I give out my commentary and start this video, I want to say thank you so much to all of my 149 subscribers. I want to say I appreciate y'all for showing the support, and I appreciate it so much. So let's get with it in this video, and later on I will give up my commentary.
Long time. I mean, that's the reason a woman got with him. Well, one of the reasons. All women want provision, so if you have a wife, you better believe that provision is part of the package that she was looking for when she found that in you. But sometimes a man takes a fall, or he makes a mistake, or gets in trouble with the law, and he isn't in the same financial position that he was, and the woman changes. Now, not all women change, but sometimes the woman will change, and that's a telltale sign that you're dealing with a woman that ain't really feeling you like that. And one such example is Mendeces. Now, we've covered a couple of occasions where his wife Yandy she's just been out there. Take a look at these. But even after all of that, he stays with her. He's trying to hold on to his marriage. He's trying to hold on to his wife. He's trying to hold on to his family, which is, that's a noble concept. In principle, it's a noble concept. But when you have a woman who's willing to do this new thing that she has done, at some point, man, you have to throw in the towel. At some point, you got to understand that somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. But how much losing are you willing to do when you can simply walk away and start to win in life again? Now, she has decided that she's going to allow her sister to use her egg and a sperm donor to create a child for herself. So technically speaking, she's going to give her sister a child from her body. And that's fine. Listen, her body, her choice is what they say. And those are her eggs. But, man, she did this without even letting Mendeces know about it. He didn't even know. He had no idea that this is what she was doing. And when he sat her down to talk to her about it, let's just see what her reaction was and see how someone else at the table had to remind her that this is her husband and he deserves her respect. Let's take a look at this video, man. We'll come back and chop it up on the real tip. Now, when you think about this, that's the most disrespectful, dismissive thing that I've ever seen a woman do. See, that's disrespect. And when a woman is disrespectful, that's one thing. But when a woman is dismissive, she's not even disrespectful. She just doesn't care. And when a woman resorts to saying she doesn't want something to come between, another thing to come between the situation, man, that's a woman who's already bailed out. She's already checked out. So for her to do this, now she knew this was something that you should know. She knew this was something that you had a right to know. And she just didn't tell you. Why? Because she just don't care. It's one thing, man, to have a woman, man, that you got to work with, and y'all got to build things, y'all got to work through things, you got to teach her, you got to train her, but she's a willing recipient of your instruction and guidance. That's another thing, to have a woman who just out there and she thinks she knows everything, and she thinks she has the amount of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you do. And she also disrespects you. She's dismissive like this. And as we've seen with the earlier clips, she has a tendency to treat you like shit. Now, many men are in situations like this. And in this situation, I was going to say that maybe they'll just stand together for whatever show they're on. Whatever show this is, they'll just stand together for this show. But I'm going to be honest with you. I know people in real life who do this. I know guys in real life who do this. And I'll be honest, I know women in real life who fight to stay in toxic situations like this. If you know somebody, or it's you who is fighting to stay in a toxic situation, or you're the toxic person and your woman is fighting to stay with you, or your man is fighting to stay with you, I want you to respond in the comments and let us know about the scenario. So we have to understand that we like to say celebrities are different from everyone, but I'm telling you, I know celebrities. I've been knowing celebrities my whole life. They're the same people. Sometimes they're worse than who you would call the average person, the average income making person. And I want y'all to understand, man, that you deserve better than to have a disrespectful, dismissive wife who doesn't even consider the fact that you're her husband before she makes life-altering decisions. This is a life-changing decision. You are taking the seed, you are taking the egg that belongs to your husband. No one is supposed to fertilize those eggs but Mendeces. Why can't her sister just go and get, a random surrogate? And I understand why. They may want to keep it in the family. At least if her sister can't have her own children, she can have an egg from her sister and it'll still be family. But for me, even that is a tad bit weird. It's a tad bit weird for you to let your sister use your egg to create her own child with a donor. It just don't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. Not to me as a man, and it don't make sense to Mendeces either, as you can see. But y'all also let me know in the comments if it makes sense to y'all. I know y'all women, it makes sense to y'all. Probably y'all gonna say it makes all the sense in the world. But you men, you let me know, man, how you feel about this. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's so far-fetched that I'm looking at the situation like, why the hell is this happening? But even before we get to the point where we question why is it happening, why did she make this decision without telling her husband, without sharing this with her husband, without giving her husband the opportunity to influence the decision or to make the decision or to do anything? She totally left him out of the situation, which means that in this household, this woman effectively wears the pants. Any woman who doesn't believe she wears the pants is going to consult her husband. Sometimes.
Welcome to TNT. You already know it's about we. And we're back with another video. I actually am going to give my commentary on the situation with Yandy and Mendeces and this guy who's actually reacting to Yandy and Mendeces. Now, my thing is, you don't know what's going on with their marriage behind closed doors for a woman to change. Now, we're not talking about those disobedient women. You know, but I will say that something happened to where she just lost respect for him. And I'm going to give you the list because people forget what Yandy as a woman had to go through. And I'm only a man. Okay, so I can't say how a woman feels, but I will say that she was holding Mendeces down in the Love and Hip Hop show. How was she disobedient? I agree with certain things his brother is saying on this page, but I don't agree with all the things he's saying because he sounds crazy. Something happened that was traumatic for her that she had to deal with by herself, made her lose respect for him mentally. It's not that she doesn't mean it, but that's just how women are. But women is not getting that man who actually can make the money to where that woman can relax. You know how much money she made, how much hits she made. Remember, she used to manage Jim Jones. She used to manage, and mind you, she never used to dress like this because she was focused on her husband, right? Let's say, right now, I'm gonna bring up the clip that you know, Yandy and Mendeces was in that dinner table, and she asked him, would you do time for me if I was to ever get locked up? Would you still be my husband? And he said, I don't know. Mind you, Yandy did all this time while raising her kids, while being the protector and the provider, while Mendeces was getting busy locked up. Let's really talk about it. Like, let's keep it a buck. You don't think that's going to change that woman's mindset? That she feels that she is the breadwinner? That she is the middle of the household? Well, not middle of household, but head of household. You know? And the things that she had did, this is the clip right here. Okay? And she asked him, would you ever do the time with me if I ever get locked up? And he said, I don't know. But never respected the fact that she did time with him when he was locked up. You know how many times he got locked up in the show of Love and Hip Hop? Probably like 3 times, 2 to 3 times. And it was lengthy years. Like, he hadn't even been out in 5 years at this time. So when he finally got out, she's still with him. She's still setting everything up for him. But it's a natural reaction from a woman. See, how y'all call yourselves the alpha males where y'all don't know the scientific facts behind what women do? Okay, women actually do go through a lot. Like, I've seen my mother went through a lot. You know, my mother was submissive. You know what I'm saying? My mother was very submissive, cooked for him, made sure the laundry was done, and then guess what? He still cheated on her. He still abused her. My mama, you know? So, like, at the end of the day, like, everything that this dude is saying, like, he just needs to come with facts. And he has to personally ask Yandy, interview Yandy, what was her mindset? Why did she make that decision? At the end of the day, it's none of our business. And we shouldn't even be in these people's business. This is our own race that we judge it. And there's a reason a woman does the things that she does when things are happening around her. You don't know if she was afraid. You don't know that she had to really make a big decision and work her butt off to make sure that these kids have a roof over their head. You know, Mendeces hasn't been doing that throughout the years. Yandy's been doing it. What, Mendeces was in the street and then Kip kept getting locked up? Who's gonna respect them after that? So you gotta remember, before you say Yandy is a disobedient wife, why haven't Mendeces stepped up financially for her to respect him? So if we naturally know how women are, the men has to step up and be that leader and provide. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you don't know why she changed. And at the end of the day, yes, I do agree that it sounds crazy that Yandy want to use her egg to get to her sister because whatever the reason was. And if she feel like she want to make that decision without Mendeces, that's his loss. I'm not agreeing with that, but I mean, she asked Mendeces, would you do time for me if I was able to get locked up? And he said, I don't know. So yeah, she's gonna do whatever she wants to do. Because this has been happening for so long that you don't really understand, brother. So now, I want to know y'all thoughts on this, and please comment down below what y'all guys think in the comment section below, and we'll be back with another video. And also hit that subscribe button, because in the future I'm thinking about doing giveaways for my subscribers. In the future, I'm still working my way up. My team is working their way up with me. We working together, building this team from the bottom and bring it up to the top. Now, we'll be back with another video. I love you guys. Peace.